Hello friends, I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to do this. It's February and this was a December Christmas Island. I said between Christmas and New Year, I'll be back and I'll do a full tour. And a couple of people did comment in the meantime saying, because honestly I was like, oh, I missed the opportunity to show you the full island. No one cares. But a couple of people did say they would like to see it. So here we are, the final tour of Tinseltown. I mean, it's not the final tour. It's the first final tour. The final, this is what I managed to do in the 24 days of Animal Crossing in December. Right, first and foremost, I don't know why it's on a weird time. But first and foremost, I do need to, where am I even? I do need to change one of the paths that I've used. What I was doing when, you know what, I'll just show you. What I was doing when I was last on here was finishing up like all these areas because I wanted to get to the point where I had the stones, like the rocks all populate in one place. Oh look, four of them have happened over there. So I don't know whether or not I actually managed to do it. I just kind of left one space here, which obviously ended up being populated by weeds, so maybe that's why. But I think every single area that I didn't want to have anything spawn in, like no flowers, no nothing, I did put this tile over. So, in the interest of it being like a finished island tour, I'm going to, when I remember what the controls are for Animal Crossing, I'm going to change that tile to make it totally clear, which was always the plan. Done. Okay, so now all those areas should be transparent. Perfect. I mean, this is not new. Everybody does this, but I do like to do that just to make everything kind of neat and tidy. And especially once you've kind of finished an area, I don't want to come back and be like, oh, I've got to pick up all of the different things. I probably will leave some spaces for things to populate because I haven't finished my museum, but where shall we start? Should we start at the airport? That feels like the logical place. And I'm going to pop my face out of it because nobody needs that. And we'll do like a full formal tour of Tinseltown. I also realised it's not called Tinseltown, it's called Tinseltown. See, it's been a minute. Ooh, I shan't pick that up because I'm not actually playing the game today. Right, so here we are. Welcome to Tinseltown, apparently at 1:51 p.m. Oh, it is 1:51 p.m. on the 1st of February. I completely misread that. I thought it was saying it was a.m. That actually is the correct time. Right, so here we are. Here's my little... the entrance is not all that, honestly. I'm not massively excited about this. At some point, we may redesign this. But this is what it is. Let's not do that. This is what it is. This is the entrance. And this, off to the side, leads to kind of a hidden outdoor theatre in the woods. What I would love is for that to be like a Christmassy looking film. I wish that they would allow this to be somehow customised. Even if it had to be a static picture all the time, I would love for that to be customised. I might end up doing it with, instead. Like with, I want to say boards, but that's not the right word. You know what I mean? Like those standing pieces. I might end up doing it with that instead. Because I would like it to be more festive. That's a bit random. But that's the vibe. It's a kind of woodland secret cinema. And then just off to the right-hand side, once you get down here, we have resident services. So I wanted to hide this too. I wanted to kind of have it not super in your face. Obviously, there's nothing you can do about it. It has to be on the island, but I didn't want it to be like a real feature. So I hid it away this way. And I've got a little Christmas village with some... I was going to put snow globes and stuff around here. Again, maybe I will keep adding to this. Maybe by Christmas this year, it will be like the most full, most complete Christmas island you've ever seen. But that was the idea for this, was it was like a little Christmas village. We've got some little, I think these are like vintage tins or something that look like little railway cars. And then down here, we've got a path. I don't know what the right order is to do this in. But down here we've got a path that leads to probably should be an opening in that little hedge, but it isn't. And then to the left, this is where all the villagers live, almost. And we've got like a town shopping area. So what I did on the front part here was make it kind of coastal. I wanted it to feel like a port town. I wanted it to feel kind of seaside-y. So seaside-y but still festive was what we were going for. And I liked this pattern because it's kind of got a... It's like a picnic rug, but it's festive. It's like a cute Christmas picnic rug. I haven't really decorated the beach beyond that, but this was like the theme of these houses was kind of coastal, beachy. And then we've got this little area, which again, it's our shopping pavilion. I also wanted, as well as having the Able Sisters and the Nooks Cranny, I wanted to have kind of what you would have like a Christmas market. So that's what I made here, kind of either side flanking this. I wanted it to feel like kind of a strip of markets. Then you've got like gifts and flowers and what have you, and behind the shopping area I've got parking, and I've got some boxes being unloaded probably for Nook's Cranny and a big very expensive truck. And then behind here, because this is behind the shops, I felt like this should be kind of, oh god, the words are escaping me today, industrial. So that's why I went for this kind of like metal siding and this style of house. I felt like this looked like it would be almost like, you know, those houses that have been converted from like factories. That's kind of the vibe that I was going for here. So that's these little houses. They were supposed to be like, you know, a little bit grittier industrial houses. I've put these down here just so that nothing else populated in these spots, because eventually I want that to be filled with these red pansies. But it didn't happen in time, and so just to kind of like save myself from having to pick up loads of other things, I just put weeds down there for now. And again, these little custom patterns, I love, like the red plaid and the green picnic blanket. It's so sweet, so cute. I also have the clear path pattern all over this light dirt to make sure that nothing ends up here too. So you couldn't actually place anything down there because it looks like it's got path on it. Again, nothing alongside the beach, but I did decide that I wanted to make this feel kind of like a formal garden area, you know, in front of what is the museum, but again, I've tried to hide the museum. So this to me feels like, you know, at the outside of the National Natural History Museum in New York, or the Museum of Natural History, whichever one it's called, because one is London and one is New York. This is kind of that vibe. So it's like there's a park in front of it, but you cross the road and you've kind of got like little places to eat, little cafe type things. That's kind of the feel that I was going for. And I found these castle walls, which I thought gave a way more... I didn't enjoy the look of the museum for the style that I wanted for the back part of this. I want it to look like a city. I wanted it to kind of look like old brick. And I think it works really well when you come over here with the whole back section of my island is made to kind of look like fake brownstones. So this took a minute in terms of like actually placing all of these steps. And it's not perfect. It's not exactly what I would want it to be. But from a distance, it does the trick. It's kind of the look that I was going for. I wanted to be able to use all these awesome city pieces that are available. Like I love like the hydrants, all like even these plants. I felt like there was never a style, an area in my islands that would work for this. I also really liked the islands that I saw that used like road like this. And I knew I wanted to make it kind of city-ish. And so because there were loads of different styles I wanted to use, I felt like making it kind of a road system meant that I could divide up those styles, and the back part is kind of more city. And although these are using the medieval walls, I think it works really well with the castle walls just by the side of it, which is what I've covered my museum with. So yeah, I really, really like that. Love it. And then directly in front, again, kind of the New York theme, I've got a big ice rink. Can I get in there? I can. Little big ice rink. This took me a minute to really decide what all the pieces were going to be for it to kind of look exactly how I wanted it to look. But I'm really happy with it in the end. The lockers, the seating, everything. I think it came together really nicely. And I was able to use some pieces that otherwise I felt like I had no place for. Then across here, I use more castle walls to kind of expand my home section. So here I've got Mrs. Claus's house, and she's an avid gardener. She's kind of like planting flowers. We've got lots of little gardener knickknacks and things. And then back here we've got some, she's doing some seedlings, and you know, this is her vibe. She's gardening. She's also got all of this going on, all the carrots for the reindeer, the pumpkins. I don't know, it's seasonal. And again, we've got lots of other little bits that I wouldn't necessarily have, I probably would have been able to find a use for it, but I wanted to make it more specifically themed. So I'm happy to have managed to put together like one large garden area. Then back here I've got milk can, little milk and cookies, and I really like this. This is our like signpost, so you know where everything is. And then you pop up here, and if she will go, you've got the reindeer, which at night is even better. The reindeer and the sleigh. So that is kind of Santa's little, this is where he goes up and on his way for his duties. And then another reason that I wanted the trees and stuff in the background was I thought it would kind of like a Christmas tree farm. So I've got more trees. Originally this was all a Christmas tree farm, but then I wanted to be able to incorporate more of the farming stuff that's in the game. Then in this corner here, I've got the campsite, which I don't love, to be honest, but it's again a necessary part of the game. So I thought it would be good to put it in the woodland area. Also, you may have noticed I've got some gnomes here, there, and everywhere. And the idea behind that, and I'm not finished with it, but I like the idea of hiding them and having like, there are a certain amount of gnomes. You can get the dream address, you can wander around and try and find them all. And a couple of them are in the villagers' homes that I decorated. Then again, down here, you're going to get to the other side of resident services. Ta-da, nothing particularly exciting. And the final part that is possibly my favourite is the part that's directly in front of resident services. And that is kind of our North Pole. It's like our elves' village, Santa's workshop. And that is where all the toys are made. As you can see, I haven't put down my clear paving here, so all the stuff is populating up here. But we've got Santa's workshop, we've got where they would wrap the toys, then we've got like a little area here where the elves can kind of chill out and eat and what have you. And then this house, which we can't go in right now because no one's there, this house is like where all the elves keep an eye on all the children, and they've got like naughty and nice lists, and coal is outside for the kids that need coal. I really, really like it. At some point I'll do like a full in-depth tour of all of the villager houses, but for now that is definitely one of my favorite parts of the island. One of the parts that I don't think that I would change if I was gonna redesign anything. I don't think that would get any attention at all. I also really like these. There's so many little details that over the time of building it I particularly enjoyed, and a lot of it came down to using these same repeated codes, these custom designs, using them throughout. I really liked that, and I would like to do a little bit more of it. Like again, we've got them here, but more black, because I think it kind of went better with the area. I just felt like it made the whole island kind of more cohesive, even though all the parts of the island had totally different feels. And that is it, really, just a quick run around the island, give you a little kind of final tour after the 24 days of the Christmas island creation. Like I said, it's not finished. I still feel like there's loads more that I could add into it, things that I'd like to tweak. There are parts that I feel are finished. But I would love to know what your favourite part is, what you think that I could change, maybe if you've got any particular ideas you think would work really, really well. Would you want to see more? Would you want to see kind of like a Christmas island and me adding to a Christmas island throughout the year? Is that a thing? I don't know. Or should I kind of put this to bed until the end of this year? Maybe. We'll see. But thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, obviously don't forget to subscribe. But if you're interested in how I created this island, I have 24 videos, a whole series dedicated to it. You can go way back to the beginning and see how it all kind of came together. But yeah, let me know whether or not you'd actually like to see more videos on Tinseltown specifically. I may even add some more people into the island, and that might give me kind of a new lease on freshening everything up. But yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!